When most people think of the coming Antichrist, they imagine a Hollywood monster or a typical political dictator. They are looking at a distraction. They are completely missing the real blueprint hidden in the Bible. To understand the true design of the man of sin, you have to look back at the very first dictator after Noah's flood, Nimrod. The Bible drops a terrifying clue in Genesis chapter 10. It says, Nimrod began to be a Gibor, a mighty tyrant. In the original Hebrew language, the word for began is chalal. This word does not just mean starting a project. It means to pierce, to break through, to defile, and to corrupt. Nimrod did not just build a kingdom. He performed a dark, calculated ritual that broke through his own human biological boundaries. He modified his own body to become a living biological vessel designed to house an entity. Whether that mutation expanded his frame into a 15-foot physical giant or remained locked at the cellular level, his biology was permanently altered. And why did he do this? To launch the ultimate takeover of God's creation. The book of Genesis tells us that the Creator formatted humanity in his own image. The enemy has to mirror this by stealing that divine copyright through the Antichrist, who is his ultimate muse. Once the Antichrist biology is altered through a techno-occult ritual, he will use our digital grids to force a mandatory hardware update on all humanity. He will demand that every living human format their biology to match his image. This is the systematic plot of Isaiah 14, to permanently erase the Creator's original signature code from human DNA. Nimrod was far more than an ancient king. He was a high-tech sorcerer. The Tower of Babel was not a primitive mud brick monument. It was a geometric supercomputer or portal built with conductive bitumen to pierce the interdimensional veil. To successfully build this tower, Nimrod had the entire ancient population operating on a single synchronized wireless frequency. But the Creator deployed an elite signal jam, which I believe involved flooding their transceiver. This is exactly why the prophet Daniel warns us that the final Antichrist will understand dark sentences. The modern world pictures a cartoon villain reading ancient spellbooks, but in Hebrew, the phrase is chida, meaning to tie knots, to twist, and to weave together. Basically, he won't be a primitive magician waving a wand. He will be the ultimate techno-occult cryptographer. Think about what a programmer does. They write a hidden, highly complex string of characters using a strict, unchangeable grammar. That script commands an unseen, invisible force called electricity to execute an exact physical action. If a single character is wrong, the system crashes. That is the exact definition of an ancient ritual. The ancient sorcerer executed an encrypted linguistic formula called a chida, a script designed to tie knots, weave energy, and bind invisible forces into physical reality. So, ancient sorcery and modern technology apply the same principles. In fact, the more you dig, the more it becomes clear both spring from the same root. The man of sin will hold the master keys to three worlds: ancient dark rituals, alchemy, and modern computer programming. He understands that they are all the exact same science. He is privy to the encrypted formulas used to systematically bind and loosen invisible entities. But his true weapon is pharmakia, the ancient sorcery of chemical and genetic manipulation. He knows the hidden molecular formulas needed to reprogram physical matter. By deploying a precise biochemical pharmacia delivery system, he will target, strip, and completely dissolve the natural firewall of human DNA. We are living in the middle of a high-tech sorcery revolution. The global elite are rebuilding the shattered Babel network right under our noses. The Antichrist, fully indwelt by the prince of the power of the air himself, will use this digital grid to claim absolute ownership over the seed of men. And by the way, as I previously mentioned, the physical, cognitive, and spiritual conditioning is already underway. The ancient world called him a hybrid, a gibor. The modern world will call him a savior.